Talk to me, Jay. No. Yes. Where's Silver? Where's Mr. Silver? We're not about to get a commercial. Y'all just went to a commercial. Oh my god, it looks like it's gonna be him. They're all smiling. No, dude. Oh. Okay, yeah, yeah, we knew this. We knew this. We knew this. Whew, scared the living crap out of me. Give me Dalton Connect, please.
15th pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Jared McCain from Duke University.
Oh, they go with McCain.
The 2024 ACC
Okay,
All-Rookie Team
I'm fine with it.
Duke shot
I'm good with it.
41%
More
from
shooting.
three.
One of the best shooters in the draft
I'm
from Duke.
surprised he went this far.
Maybe
I'm
ah,
partial to him,
come
but
on.
when I was just kind of evaluating the draft and not as much as I would normally do in the position.
I want really? We're not going to go with Connect even if he's 23. So that probably means Buddy Hield is gone. He's very likable. Yeah, you will see he did get his nails painted. So, but I'm here for it. He can shoot, dude. He can shoot. He can shoot. It's just the size. That's all it is. But before Connect was in the mix here, I thought he would be our guy, and I'm happy we got him, man. I am. It, I wonder what's going on with Dalton Connect. I wonder if the Lakers are going to grab him right here. If so, we just got to wait and see, and if this will be good. But he looks like he could be a Sixer, maybe a Seth Curry, JJ Redick kind of replacement. That's kind of the comp I was feeling when watching his film was kind of a JJ Redick dribble handoff, movement shooter kind of guy where it kind of doesn't matter. And you're going to see in this footage right here just how freaking good of a shooter he is. I didn't know he was viral on TikTok. I did not know this. This is an added benefit. The Sixers social team, not the greatest, not awful, but not the greatest. This will help. And I think that's probably why they drafted him. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But in all seriousness, we are going to have Paul hop on probably a little bit later after Jared goes through some Sixers media. But I'm going to try to find that press conference whenever they start asking him some questions, and we will turn that on instead of watching the second half of the draft. But yeah, very interesting there. Connect falls all the way down. Available for us, we decide, nope, we're going to go with McCain. I'm fine with McCain. It had to be one of those two. I'm a little bit shaken up with the Connect thing, but I honestly didn't even realize he was 23. I personally don't care, especially when we're in a win now mode. But maybe you can flip McCain or something. But I do think he could provide some excellent shooting ability. Defensively, not really, but in terms of like replacing a Buddy Hield type or like a JJ Redick, Seth Curry, as we've seen in the past.
He's looking pretty good, and I think the shot is very clean fundamentally. It's the exact same every single time he releases the ball. We're not going to get any sort of Markelle Fultz or Ben Simmons action in terms of shooting. We're used to picking players not necessarily great shooters in the college game, but for example, Maxey, he was able to convert that or get better at the three as he got some more experience under him. We welcome in Paul Hudrick from the Sixers facility. Paul, what do you make of the pick of Jared McCain?
Yeah, I mean, McCain was one of my favorite guys, to be perfectly honest with you. I loved his game at Duke. And I'll be the first to admit I am not a Duke fan. I am quite the opposite of a Duke fan. So for me to openly really enjoy watching a Duke player says a lot. The shooting is obviously the first thing that stands out. I know you were just talking about that. I mean, he's one of the best shooters in this draft. I think 41% on a high volume. On top of that, offensively, he's an undersized two. He's 6'2", doesn't have much length. So like he's an undersized two, but like he's also like he knows what to do with the ball in his hands. Like if there's an over aggressive closeout, he can attack it. You can see in these highlights, he can hit shots in the mid range. He's really crafty around the rim. He's got good footwork. He's really smart too. Like he's really, like, again, not like a point guard that is going to, dish out 10 assists per game, but he knows where to go with the basketball. He understands spacing. He understands movement. You can see he can go left, can go right. And again, a creative finisher, crafty finisher, and can score from all three levels on the court. And defensively, I really liked what I saw out of him defensively. He's a below average athlete, I would say, or maybe average athlete, I guess is probably the more fair way to put it, because he's just not an explosive athlete. Again, undersized at 6'2", not much in the way of length, but man, I already mentioned his smarts. He's just a really smart defender. He's got really good instincts, really good team defender, and he's tough and physical. Like he's not afraid to mix it up. And I think he's got this kind of poise and savvy to him as well, that I think is going to serve him. It served him really well, I thought, at Duke, and I think it's going to serve him really well at the next level. Like this guy, he's a really good player. I'm intrigued by where he ultimately fits. I'm sure plenty of people are going to have concerns about him and Maxey, that backcourt, how that might look in the future because of the size. But I think my guess would be Daryl Morey looked at it and said, this guy just turned 20 years old. He's already an elite shooter. He's got all these great intangibles. He's just probably too good at pick 16 to pass up.
Yeah, and I feel like it was obvious either between him or Connect. Why do you think Connect slipped a little bit? Do you think it was just the age?
It's got to be the age, right? He's 23 years old. I really liked I think either way, like either pick would have been really good. I truly believe that. McCain's a really good player. And Connect was obviously awesome. He's the SEC player of the year, can really shoot it, can defend. He's bigger at 6'6", so you could argue he would have been the better fit. And he's also a guy that, theoretically maybe could have contributed now. But I think that was part of the calculus too. Like if you look at Daryl Morey's draft record, right? He is a guy who he's not interested in plug and play. He's not interested, like he doesn't care about age. He wants to take the best player available. And I think in this instance, if I'm just looking at it, holistically, I think McCain will wind up being a better NBA player than Connect. Now, it might happen sooner for Connect because he's a little bit older. But I think ultimately when we look back on both their careers, hopefully both guys stay healthy and have long careers. I think McCain will wind up being the better player.
Yeah, I mean, who do you think would be a good comp here? I feel like I'm seeing a mix of like JJ, Isaiah Joe, Seth Curry, like all the shooters that we've kind of had the past 5 years. The shooting form is impeccable. I mean, that's the clearest thing to me. So it's the exact same every time.
I do like the Seth Curry comp a little bit. I would add to that, though. I think Seth, I thought, could be a little hesitant at times with threes. Mm-hmm. This guy's not. He's going to fire. He took 5.8 a game, which is a ridiculous number for a college freshman at a powerhouse program. Like, that's a lot of threes to take. So he's confident he'll do that. But I think what reminds me of Seth is that, like Seth, he's undersized. He's not a point guard, but you can't do too much against, like you can't close out too aggressively on him or he'll blow right by you. He'll hit those little mid-range jumpers. He'll get all the way to the rim and finish with some craft. And again, like he's a good passer. I would say the big difference is I think McCain has the potential to be a much better defender than Seth, because Seth is just frankly not a good defender. But I think that's the biggest thing. And I think McCain just overall, like, it's a cliched term, but I think he's a winning player too, right? Like he's a guy that just, when you watch him at Duke, like he just made winning plays over and over again, made a lot of good decisions, was really smart with the basketball, really smart on defense. So yeah, I mean, this is a guy who, if he was, and people crush me on Twitter for saying it, but whatever. If he were like 6'6", this guy's easily a top 10 pick. Like I think, like he's that good of an overall basketball player. The only knock on him is that he's 6'3", really.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm getting even if he were to hit his highest ceiling, highest potential. I feel like that would look like a Derek White. Like at his best, if everything goes perfectly, because you're getting a kind of a pick and roll ball handler who can shoot at will, won't think twice about it, great form, and can also be a little bit scrappy on defense. Obviously the pairing defensively with Maxey and McCain, I mean, we don't know if he's going to be starting and how many minutes they're going to share, but does that worry you at all?
Long term, maybe. Yeah, long term, maybe. But I mean, for right now, if McCain does help at all, I doubt he's going to start, right? Like if he gets minutes at all, it's going to be off the bench. And I kind of like him for that role initially, as like just like a movement shooter off the bench that can, take a little bit of pressure off Joel and take a little bit of pressure off Tyrese. But yeah, long term, I think you'd have to be if the goal long term is to have that be your backcourt of Maxey and McCain, you're going to have to insulate them with a couple like big, a pretty big wing at the 3 and then a pretty good 4 that's got some size. So, look, I mean, teams have done it. It's not the craziest thing for a team to start kind of like 2 smaller players. I see Phoenix is trading. Oh, Deron Holmes. I love Deron Holmes. Apparently he's going to Denver. He's a very good player. All right, we got folks piling in here, so I'm probably going to wrap up.
You're good.
But
probably going to wrap up here soon.
Cool. Yeah, no, I think it's a great pick. I think McCain's going to be a really good player, and I think we're going to talk to Daryl Morey here soon and get more clarity on the pick and why they made it. But I really liked it for the Sixers.
Oh yeah, I'll let you sign off and get to work. I'm gonna try to find where I can watch that Daryl Morey press conference.
Yeah, it looks like McCain's also about to speak, so there's that.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Thanks, man. Talk to you soon.